Okay, hello everyone. My name is Ai Noi. I'm the program leader for Master of Education, Developmental Psychology. So thank you everyone for joining us this morning. So after a short presentation for my program, Dr. Chue will brief you about the program of Master of Education, Educational Assessment. All right. Okay, so for Master of Education Developmental Psychology, all right, basically this is a program like what Sharon said just now. It's offered by the Psychology, Child and Human Development, in short, PCHD department at National Institute of Education, which is part of Autonomous Institute at NTU. So this program itself aims to enhance existing educators and education professionals' expertise in developmental psychology. And we deal with topics like, for example, cognitive, social, and emotional development, and also its application to educational practices, such as in helping teachers to understand how they can better design better lessons, and then also in terms of their curriculum development, assessment, as well as student counseling support. So these are the areas that I think we have different courses in the program to cater to the students' needs. So I think very importantly is to look at the admission criteria. Meeting the following criteria, 1, 2, 3, below here, does not guarantee admission as selection is competitive. All right, so but definitely these are the three things that we are looking for when we're assessing your applications. So for example, number one, you need to have a good bachelor degree from a recognized university, or for those students or applicants, you come from, say, the NTU Flexi Masters route, then make sure you have a good NTU Flexi Masters cert, okay, meaning with good grades. And second, you also need to have a teaching qualification, such as the certification from National Institute of Education of Singapore, NIE, or very importantly, if you do not have teaching qualification or any certification, then you will need to have at least 1 year of relevant working experience in education. All right, it has to be related to education. And then number three, for international students whose university degree is non-English medium, all right, then you will need this extra criteria please check our website, okay, that you need to have a certain competency in English language. Okay, so we can look at the test of English as foreign language or the IELTS score, on the table here. So you have to ensure that you meet the minimum requirement of the language proficiency. So then you can apply. And I think when you submit your application, please ensure that you have a relevant so-called language proficiency test score, okay, at that point of application. Otherwise, we may not consider. All right, so this is something that please take note. And for this MEDDP program, okay, we have two intakes each academic year, one in January and one in August. All right, so two intakes. So the coming one will be in January 2027. And then in the same year, next year, there's another one in August. So 2 semesters per academic year. And usually our semesters will run from, say, January to April. That is considered one semester. And then another semester is from August to November. All right. And then in this program, we enroll both full-time and part-time students. All right. So for full-time, basically you will need 1 year, which is 2 semesters to complete all your courses. And for part-time students, you basically need 2 years, 4 semesters to complete the whole program. All right. However, I do know that maybe there are some applicants who have taken our Flexi Masters before, so their minimum candidature period might be shorter. All right. Okay. So in this program, we do have a mixture of local and international students. In fact, this is, the strength of our program, that we do have quite a good mixture of local and international students. So students and graduates, they come from very diverse professional backgrounds across the education sector, including preschools, primary, secondary schools, junior colleges, institutes of higher learning such as the polytechnics, ITE, universities. And we also have special education educators in our program, as well as private and international school educators. Also, government, ministry, agencies, and corporate training settings. So it's really very wide range, very diverse. So I think besides the course content, course lectures, I think a very useful, what you call experience, a very enriching experience is the interaction among the students. And we also offer a wide range of courses tailored to support the different professional needs of the students. And you can take a look at the next slide. That it is also from our NIE website under our program. You can see that they are compulsory courses. First three highlighted in red. Okay, especially you need to complete it as early as possible in the program when you started your study. And then you also have some specialization elective courses that you can choose any of the three. But please take note that not every course will be offered every semester. It depends on the faculty workload. All right. So for compulsory courses, we try to offer every semester as much as we can. But special elective courses, they may not be offered every semester. So to complete a full coursework route, and basically this is the default route for Master of Education Developmental Psychology. So you will need to complete 8 courses, a total of 30 academic units. We call it AU, all right? So you have to complete 1 core course, 2 required specialization courses, and 3 specialization elective courses. And then towards your last semester of study, you can choose an open elective from other Master of Education specialization programs. If they are offered to you, you can select that. And plus another compulsory module, 2 AU integrative project. Okay, so altogether, 8 courses, 30 academic units, and you can graduate. However, we also offer a dissertation route. This is not something that you can choose from the start of the study. You have to first complete 4 courses with a CGPA, cumulative GPA of at least 3.5. Then you are eligible to apply. Okay, and you will need to also look out for a supervisor willing to supervise you. So if you are taking this route, then basically you also have to complete 6 courses, which is 1 core, 2 required specialization courses, and 3 specialization elective courses, just like the full coursework students. But you will not do open elective and you will not do integrative project. Instead, you will do a dissertation. And this dissertation is 6 AU. And because it requires you to collect data and write out, the full dissertation, so you will need extra half a year, or say another semester to complete your full program. All right. So for students who do full coursework, so usually, full time you can complete in 1 year, and part time 2 years. But for dissertation, you have to maybe buffer another additional semester. All right. Okay. So this is something that you need to take note. Then in terms of the course fee, every year there might be some minor, yearly revision. So right now, if you check our NIE website, the latest tuition fee payable for this existing year, 2025, 2026, is shown in this table. All right. So if you are international student, you can look at the 3rd column, meaning that for full time, which is 1 year, you pay full fee. 42,000 plus, right? But if let's say you are Singaporean, Singapore citizens, or Singapore permanent residents, you would have some subsidy by the Singapore government, MOE. So you pay lesser. Okay, so you will have to take note that this lesser or so-called full the subsidized fee is only meant for the minimum candidature. Okay, so when we talk about minimum candidature for full time, it means 1 year, 2 semesters. Minimum candidatures for part time is 2 years, 4 semesters. So if you were to cross beyond this time period, then you will have to pay international student cost fee. All right, which is the third column. All right, so you have to take note and make sure you do your study plan, properly. All right. So for any, cost fee or minimum candidature matters that you want to know more, you can always email to our NIE graduate office, okay, or our, office of student affairs to find out. So these are the two emails at the bottom of this slide. Okay. Yeah, and then of course, you want to find out more, you can scan this QR code so that you can get to know when is the deadline for the next intake application and what do you need to prepare for your application documents, for you to apply online. Any incomplete submissions of important or required documents, we will reject your application. All right, so make sure that you really submit, things properly and very clearly, and highlight whatever things that you need to highlight, such as your employment experiences and things like that, clearly, so that we can take those into consideration during our selection assessment of your eligibility. All right. Okay. So you may want to scan this QR code and then take a look for more details about the application. All right, so I think I have come to the end of my this briefing for Master of Education Developmental Psychology. So you can feel free to raise any questions for clarification. Yeah. So Kah Loong, I pass it to you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, I realize you all may have more questions for developmental psychology, but you'll be here until 11. So I thought it might be a good time to just I will take about 5 minutes or so as well. So good morning everyone. So my name is Kah Loong. I'm the program leader for the Master in Education for Educational Assessments. And I deal mainly in assessments throughout NIE as well. Okay. Okay. So I think we all know about assessment.
Sorry, Dr. Chue.
Yeah.
Chue. You can change your display settings because I think it's showing your notes
Please.
instead.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
seeing your
okay.
notes as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Swap the presenter view and slideshow.
Is it better?
No, we're still seeing your presenter
Huh?
slides.
Just seeing the presenter slides.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
yes.
okay, now it's better.
okay.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay, so I think all of us have experienced assessment before in our lives. I'm pretty confident on that, okay? Whether is it PSLE, O levels, A levels, poly, driving tests, etc. So we all know quite a fair bit about assessment. But how much do we really know about assessment? Um, so I'm just going to give you all a very quick test. Okay, I've got a question here, and you can just type in the question chat yes or no. Do you think this is a good assessment question? Just very quickly, just type yes or no. Oh, okay, I see quite a number of notes already. Okay, so quite a number of you have actually said no. And you might actually be realized this can be a good assessment question. Okay, but how can this be a good assessment question? I think you will have to join the course to find out. But essentially, it really depends on what is the purpose of this question. Okay, so but generally, most people will actually say no, this is not a good assessment question. So what does the MEDEA offer, Educational Assessment offer? It actually provides in-depth knowledge of assessment theory and practice in education and skills development. So all of us think we might know a little, quite a fair bit about assessment. We've designed tests, we've created tests, and so on. But how much do you know about the theories behind why do we do things in a certain way? Okay, how do we ensure that the tests that we created are valid, are reliable, or even fair to the students? So the education assessment will bring out these certain points, as well as some other many different aspects of assessment you might not be aware of. Who is the target group for this? This program is suitable for all education professionals who are keen to take on leadership roles in assessment. So over the past years, we've seen a lot of participants from all aspects of MOE, primary, secondary, JC. We have early childhood educators as well who come on. We have special needs educators who come on. We have people from SEAB, MOE, private schools, nursing, SAF, army personnel, a lot of various professionals. But they are all interested to just improve on their own assessment practices in their own organization. In fact, quite a few semesters ago, we also had a real estate agent. Okay, so don't ask me why he's interested in taking assessment. It is more for self-actualization. Okay, but what can you do after you complete this MED educational assessments? Most people who do this, most teachers who do this, they will want to move on to leadership roles in assessment, whether is it an assessment champion, whether is it they want to do more in assessment, they want to get seconded to SEAB, which some of our students actually do. Some of our students actually get seconded to CPO as well, or they transfer to CPO. Private institutions, they just want to make sure that they take on further leadership roles as they move up the leadership rung. Okay, how do you improve assessment in their own organization? So for educational assessment, the unique feature of this is that we actually span across two different departments. So it's not just PCHD. The electives are taken from two departments, half from PCHD, which is the psychology, child and human development, and the other half is from learning sciences and assessment. So you actually get faculty members with different expertise contributing to the electives. For the elective part, we have three baskets. Okay, we offer three baskets depending on your interest in assessment. So the first basket talks about measurement and evaluation. So you have things like item response theory, psychometrics, program evaluation, and so on. More towards a quantitative stance. Okay, the second basket refers to curriculum and assessment, where we talk about classroom assessment. So you have like feedback, you have fairness, you have authentic assessment, assessment leadership, and so on. And the third basket refers to just special topics you might be interested in. At this point, we are referring to assessment in the era of generative AI. So everybody's interested in AI, right? So how do you reconcile assessment with AI? Okay, so my second last slide here, which are common FAQs I get several times in a year. So how many intakes are there in a year? The MED educational assessment only has one intake a year. which is in January. Okay, so you still have plenty of time to apply if you want to apply now. It is quite different from developmental side with 2 intakes. We only have 1 intake. Okay. Do I need experience in education to take the course? Yes, similar to developmental side, you need at least 1 year of teaching experience to take the course. And I also personally believe that if you have some teaching experience, especially in assessment design, you will benefit more from the course rather than, if you just complete your bachelor's, then you just come out with no experience, you might have no idea what I'm talking about or what the tutors are talking about, okay, in the electives. So it will be good to have, in fact, it's not good. What the admission criteria is 1 year of teaching experience. Do I need statistics to do well in the course? So no, you do not need statistics at all to do this course. Okay, you do not need statistics. Firstly, there are statistics courses, statistics electives in this program that you can take as well. So elementary stats is a very popular course. Okay. Second, whatever statistics we need is probably quite simple. Okay, it's basic statistics. It's not anything complicated. It's just like mean and standard deviation. Okay, things that you have probably done before but you have forgotten. And of course, if you look at the previous slide, we have 3 baskets, right? The basket on classroom assessment doesn't really need, it's more qualitative rather than just quantitative. Okay, do I need to do a dissertation for this? No, again, it's the same as developmental side. You do not need to do a dissertation. You can take but if you want to, you can do a dissertation in replacement of the integrative project and 1 other elective. Okay, but of course, there's certain criteria which to do the dissertation, which is similar to developmental side as well. Okay, and last question, can I take electives or other programs? And the reason why I put these FAQs down is because, assessment has specific subject assessment as well. So there are certain nuances in math assessment or science assessment or humanities assessment or language assessment, which are different from the other subjects. So it's not possible to cover every aspect of a certain subject. Okay. So if you're interested in a specific subject assessment with the nuances in with all the nuances involved, yes, you can take one elective from any other program. And of course, it can be assessment related or it may not be. Okay, so if you want to know what is the MEDA better, you can just visit the website. Okay, it will give you all the previous details on the admission criteria, the fees, and the curriculum as well. Okay, so thank you very much. I think we have the rest of the time for questions.
Yeah, so